falls apart because I don't want to see something that something I had grown up with when I was a little younger get ruined for me because of a fucking reboot. Because half the time either a reboot turns out good or shitty. For example, like Wild Man. Wild Man, every time you mention the word reboot, he's always bringing up the 007, Quantum of Solace. And he fucking hates that. I can't blame him. I mean, I'm not a fan of the movies anyway, so I can't really say anything. So that just shows you how much he hates that reboot. But you know, reboots, they're getting ridiculous with some of them. Some of them are exceptional depending what the last series was like. But like Resident Evil's movies are getting a reboot after Afterlife. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Hopefully it turns out better than the last movies. Hopefully it'll be more closer to the game's point of view, but you know, I don't know if that's ever going to happen because, you know, Hollywood, they're really stupid sometimes. But yeah, but The Crow though, what can you do with The Crow anyway? What can you do with it nowadays? And they want to do a fucking documentary thing. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It just can't do it. It just can't be done. Stick with the gothic, more color faded Crow that we all know and love. I stick with that one. When I say color faded, and if you have not seen the original film, for those who are just discovering this Crow stuff, watch it. It'll change your life. If you're like me and like the 90s and all that. But yeah, it just has that feel to it, the original. But the reboot, it just isn't going to do anything for me. It's just going to completely rape everything. And if it does have its own soundtrack, it'll probably have it won't have a decent score probably. Hopefully it has an okay score. But I don't know about a motion picture soundtrack like various artists like the original. Like the original had good songs. I don't know about today's. It's gonna suck. That's all I gotta say. I'm not looking forward to it. If they ever even do mess with it. Are you looking forward to the 4th RoboCop movie or not? Well, I don't know. To be truly honest, I mean, I like RoboCop. I've seen the first two. I thought the first one was pretty well done for something that has a low budget, but it was done well enough for me. But RoboCop 2 was cool. I didn't bother with Part 3 because I don't remember Part 3 too much, and I don't know if I want to see that because I saw a little bit of it on TV, and I can tell that they got a different guy taking over as RoboCop. I don't know. I ain't gonna mess with it. And if they do make a 4th RoboCop, I hope they bring back Peter Weller. That's all I gotta say. Just bring back Peter Weller, the original RoboCop, and go back to its R-rating origins. Back to its R-rating deal right there. It's just not fun when it's PG-13. And I might watch Part 3 just to shit on it, to see exactly how shitty it is, from what I heard. But I don't know. That's just a thought, though. Well, if, like I said, if they get someone, if they get at least Peter Weller back to play RoboCop, I'm with that. And they go back to its R-rating ways, I'm with that. But if they bring in someone else to play RoboCop, they better play the part well enough, do what they gotta do, to make us believe he's more fitting as just the same as, I don't know. It's like, that's something I gotta think about though. RoboCop, I got nothing against it. I like some of it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I like it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I like it though. I mean, I'll get the DVDs for it, but I don't want to get the DVD set. That's the only thing. But that's just me, I guess. So yeah, the 4th film, maybe, I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So I can't really say if I'm not or I am. Though the idea of RoboCop 4 sounds like an interesting idea. Hopefully it'll be better than Part 3. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Well, thanks Effie for the questions, and I appreciate them. You're a good man. Hopefully someday we see your Q&A. Someday. Not right away, but someday. maybe in the year 2010. Well, yeah, anyway. The next questions come from, well, actually one question. I got one question here. The next question comes from Mark Kevin Nancy 3. In case you're wondering if you know who Freak Show is, Freak Show, he's the younger brother of Mark Kevin Nancy. His question is, this is Mark Kevin Nancy's question. What is your favorite superhero or comic book movie have you seen so far? Well, last night I actually went back to watching my DVD of X-Men, seeing I have not seen that in a while. I watched it again, I'm like, wow, this is pretty badass. This is a badass movie. Heck, as a matter of fact, I've been getting back into watching some of these X-Men cartoons I haven't seen in years. Evolution I didn't really watch that much because, I don't know, Evolution, I never got to sit through them all when I was younger, and I just started getting into them. Seeing I got cable now. Well, I do have cable, I've been having it since, anyway. But I'm starting to get into X-Men Evolution. It's an okay version of X-Men. Though they don't show the original X-Men cartoon too much, though I wish. But it's movies, though. I do like the first film. The second one was good. The 3 is on a whole different story. Yes, that's food. Yeah. So basically, I've been getting into some of these comic book movies again. Spider-Man, the first 2 were okay. I didn't care for 3 too much at all. Sadly and unfortunately, I own the DVD of The Hulk, 2003. Please kill me. I have not watched that in a long ass time, and I don't plan on watching it ever again. Why the fuck do I own that movie still? I was young, I thought it would be a lot better because I never seen it in theaters. I seen it was boring, I thought it was crap. It was disappointing. Still, I have not seen The Incredible Hulk, but I did record it on my DVR about a week ago. My DVR, thankfully they make DVRs, digital video recorders. So it's on my list of things to watch, so when I get a chance I'll click on play on my DVR for Incredible Hulk and I'm set. And I believe people when they say it's a lot better. I agree, because after really looking back on the idea of how the Hulk really looked in the 2003 version, horrible looking. He looked too dumb fake. He looked overly too big. At least the Hulk in the reboot, The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton, looks better. At least he don't look too green like Shrek. At least he looks like he should look, at least, the Hulk in that one. The Incredible Hulk. So I have not seen that yet, but I know it's going to be awesome. That one. And like the 2003 one. But yeah, X-Men I do like a lot. I remember when I was younger, I freaking loved that movie. And I still do to this day, that matter of fact. Thankfully I own the DVD and started watching it again last night. The first 2 Spider-Mans I watch once in a while when I'm in the mood to watch Spidey. But if I really want to watch Spider-Man, I watch the old cartoon from the 90s because I grew up with that one. There's a lot of comic book movies I like. The Batman I do like too. So he's X-Men, Batman. I have not read the comics for Blade, but I do like those. But yeah, there's a lot of comic book movie type superhero movies I've seen that I like. Even though I have not seen all the comic books, but I did see the cartoons for some of them and know the name from those shows. So yeah, I like those. But like I was saying, X-Men I definitely enjoyed. again after seeing it last night. Like, no matter how many times I watch it, it's just fun to watch the first film. The second one's pretty good because you actually had some more characters in there. I watched some X3. It wasn't that bad. I mean, not my favorite out of the first out of the other two, but it was just a good watch. At least you had Beast in there. That was surprising to learn. Surprising to find out that Beast was played by Kelsey Grammer. Frazier. Actually, he played that part really well, to be honest. So, Frazier as Beast, that was not bad. But X3 wasn't so bad. It was good enough for me to like. But yeah, that was Mark Kevin Nancy's question. Thanks for the question. And time to move on to my. We got our next questions. The next questions come from Action Fan 20.